What's cooking, everybody? I'm Baconopterix, and welcome back to Outer Wilds. I'm actually gonna roast a marshmallow successfully again. Heck yeah. Eat it. Alright, so, this episode's a little late, and it's for really unfortunate reasons. So, you see, I have already recorded episode 10 before, but what you're seeing is episode 10 now. So what I'm trying to tell you is I lost an entire episode. Yeah. I did some pretty pretty important things in that episode too. So let me run over it with you real quick. All right. So the first thing I did is I went to the interloper and I went inside it. And I got this log on accident. I actually didn't make it to the ruptured core. I could see it, but I didn't make it in because there was ghost matter in my way. And all I did was forcefully throw myself through the ghost matter at a high enough speed that I managed to get this log before I died. Yeah, so that's one thing I did. And the other, obviously, is... Guys, I went to the quantum moon. I went there and I don't have the evidence. Well, I mean, I do have the evidence, but I don't have the video. I don't have the footage. The files got corrupted and it makes me super sad. Yeah, this is exactly what I did. I was able to land on the surface of the quantum moon. I found a dead Nomai in a spacesuit near the South Pole, which I assume is Selenum. And the quantum shrine. Oh, this thing was interesting. A Nomai shrine that wanders about the quantum moon. You have recalled the rule of quantum imaging is inscribed next to a mural of a tower on an island. Recalled the rule of quantum entanglement is inscribed next to a mural of a quantum shard in a cave. Recalled the rule of the sixth location is inscribed next to a mural of a tower hanging above a black hole. I walked in there and I immediately knew quantum imaging came from the Tower of Quantum Trials on Giant's Deep. I looked at the other pictures that it had, and I knew that the rule of quantum entanglement is something about the caves that I've been into in Ember's Twin before, and I knew that rule of the sixth location is the quantum tower on Brittle Hollow. But I still haven't been there yet. Fortunately, I have been... I mean, you don't get to see it anymore. Where did it go? Oh, yes. I've been to the quantum caves. The Nomai noticed a strange, wandering rock that appeared in multiple caves on Ember Twin's northern hemisphere. I found a strange rock shard that moves when I'm not watching. It emits a signal on the quantum fluctuations frequency. Lakebed Cave. A Nomai named Coleus was standing on the wandering rock when another Nomai's lantern died. When they relit the lantern, Coleus and the rock were both gone. To travel with a quantum object, I must stand on the object and cease to observe my surroundings, meaning I must be in complete darkness. Yes, I did figure this out on my own. Coleus used this quantum rule to escape the cave he was trapped in. Coleus and Melore returned to examine the rock. They theorized that when a conscious being is in contact with a quantum object and ceases to observe his or her surroundings, the being can become entangled with that quantum object, and they both move together. So I understand the law of quantum imaging now. I understand the law of quantum entanglement now. And I know the law of the sixth location, well, no, is theoretically in the quantum tower on Brittle Hollow. What's this one? Oh, yes. Okay, I'm just going to glance at all these things that I have new stuff on. The White Hole Station was used as a model for the towers on Ash Twin. Ah, yes, I remember. Okay, was there one more? I could have sworn I saw a green exclamation mark somewhere else. Nope, that's it. Okay, so, yeah, I'm really sad that whole episode is gone. I'm sure I did more things, but, you know, it just... I guess it wasn't meant to be. So, the question is now, what do I do, right? Well, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I am going to figure out where I'm going first. You know what? I have one more little thing I want to do on Giant Steep. The Quantum Moon is over there. I'm just making sure the Addle Rock is out of the way. It didn't matter. I could just land on the Quantum Moon right now. You know, when I took a picture of it and then went to land on it, I didn't actually expect it to work and kind of just flew face first into the ground. Yeah, that was a good time. I'm so sorry you all don't get to see it. It makes me very sad. Because my reactions were genuine. I loved what I got. Hold on a second. You know what? But we're here, like... I am going to do this real quick, and then... You know what? Screw it. I used to think that I needed to take a picture of an object as it was where it was, but I'm pretty sure I can just do this. Alright, thanks. Oh, not again! Hold the flip up. This is different. This is not the same as last time I was here. Water? Oh my... What just killed me? I have no idea what just happened. What just happened? That was a completely different location from where I was last time. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, hey, look at that. It's awfully close. Well, that doesn't... The Nomai said that no matter what, every time you land on the Quantum Moon, you always land at the South Pole. What the heck just happened? Why did I land in a place with water, and why did I get freaking yeeted into oblivion by some unknown force? I am... Okay. Is this just because I learned the law of quantum entanglement? Is that why that happened? Because, theoretically, it should have been the exact same spot as last time. Because, again, always land on the South Pole. That's what the Nomai readings taught me. So what is different? Why was that different? I'll find that again in a second. There's just one little thing I want to do on Giant Steep first. And we'll just, yeet. Alright, now you, Bramble Island. I'm coming back to harass you one more time. Oh, you're going up. Dang it. Alright, we'll follow it up and then come straight back down with it. Where did it go? Okay, it's gonna land on top of me or something. Yes, I get it. Where is the Bramble Island? Oh, hey. Hey, I found you. Don't tell me it's about to get launched again. That would be so rude. Okay. Are you freaking kidding me? I'm just going to hang up here for a moment. I didn't know that these two storms could be so close to each other. Okay, I think it's going around. So. Alright. Helmet on. Get out. I just wanted to experiment. You know what? Just to make sure. Yeah. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's not going to change, but you never know. So yeah, the path isn't going to change, but I realized there's one little thing I haven't done here before, and I am going to test my theory real quick. Wait a second, I can't go this way. I do that every time, don't I? Trees detected, oxygen tank refilled. Oh, look at all the beautiful ghost matter. Isn't it pretty? Yes, yes, I'm aware. How far can I wander? Alright, anyway. Light campfire. It's right in front of me now. So, I don't know, just random thought I had. What if I just, you know, take a nap? $15 seconds. Let's push it all the way to a minute. Good enough. Has anything changed? No frequencies or anything. Play recording. See slate. Yeah, nothing different here. Sad. Oh well. I didn't really expect that to work, so I guess it's cool. But, you know, I just wanted to try it. Just trying to think outside the box here. Why do... Something about the surroundings at the moment feel very off. Also, why are these trees just chilling here? I don't understand anything anymore. And I likely never will. That's okay. I mean, it's not. That's the whole point of the game, is to learn and understand. You get it? Yeah, I get it. Alright, we're going back to the ship and then flying back out again. Forget giant steep. Give me my fuel. Alright, so I think I'm going to go back to Brittle Hollow then. Let's think about this. I gotta chart my course carefully because I get thoroughly distracted by everything. Alright, so that's the crashed ship. I was told if I go into landing mode, that it'll tell me where I am on the ship, or on the planet. And it does. So, that's that. Oh, hey. Was this hole always here? You know what? Screw it. I'm just going straight down. Not into the black hole. Hopefully. Oh, hello. I'm just gonna casually hang out up here. Using these crystals for gravity. Yeah, no, not really. I'm going to fly around a little bit. And, oh, I don't like that. Alright, where... Nope. Too strong. Ow. Okay. Okay, yeah, gravity is kind of jank. I understand this. Okay, this is the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Ah, yes, let's come over here. Hello, Rebek. Ow. Alright. Should I just get out? Is this good enough? There's the gravity. Wait, am I actually stuck? Is it not going to let me out? Okay. Hold on. I got this. I don't think I got this. Okay, I went into that as a joke, but now it's actually happening. So. Yeah. Oh. Somehow landing mode got me unstuck. Oh, and I'm landing here, I guess. Oh, nope, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Oh, what have I done? Why am I so memeing around? Alright, you know, screw it. Get me right here. Thank you, I think. Good enough for me. Alright, I'm just gonna leave. Probably never gonna see my ship again. But I'm still gonna repair it because I can. Let's see, hull damage. Hull damage I always see, like, over here. No, or like as soon as I hop out, that's where I usually see hull damage. Hello? No, you don't want to show yourself to me? Okay, don't then. I don't need you anyway. Alright, what is this? Tower of Quantum Knowledge in that direction. Yeah, I'm going to, just real quick. No, not photo mode. And I managed to shoot it straight through the tower. Surface integrity 9%. Perfect. I want to keep track of that thing, so once it goes through, I don't actually need to talk to you, do I? But I'm in a hurry. Can I ask you something? Never mind. Actually, wait, hold up. That's not what I meant to do either. Gosh darn it. Oh yeah, never mind, it is. So the old sentiment, hanging cities on the city. I went to the comet, man. Oh, wow. Wow. So that's how the Nomai died. That's really sad, isn't it? I know it was a long time ago, but still. Stars above, it's lucky we haven't evolved to live on land yet. To think, if the comet hadn't killed them, our species might have coexisted in the solar system. That would have been amazing. But I guess if I hadn't wanted to learn why the Nomai disappeared, I'd never have left Timber Hearth and come out here or had any of these adventures. I'm having trouble reading right now. Don't get me wrong, space is terrifying, but you know, it has its moments. So you're saying I am pressing the wrong buttons, I just realized. Am I? See you later, yes. I was just pressing what I was in my mind telling myself was back, but it wasn't. But so, hold up. If I go to the ship log real quick, does that say anything? It doesn't say anything new, but that's Quantum Moon. White Hole, the Interloper. Frozen on my shuttle. So he's saying that the comet killed all of the Nomai. Didn't I say that before? Like, I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, it wouldn't matter if I said it before, right? You didn't get to see. But I said in the episode 9.5, we'll call it that, the one that is forever lost. But I said that I think the Interloper is the source of ghost matter, or the origin, at least in this system. And I was wondering if that was what killed the Nomai. Which, that further reinforces that suspicion. I still don't understand what this is. I've been trying to figure it out. Unless this is like the... No, because I think this is supposed to be the Black Hole Forge or something. I don't know, man. I've got a lot of thoughts that go through my head while playing this game, and I'm pretty sure most of them are wrong. That's okay. That's what people like watching about this game, isn't it? Oh boy. Nope. Okay, cool. People like watching me fail miserably. Hey, the red is the North Pole, right? So is the Hanging City on the North Pole? Is that what it's about? And then the other one is not on the North Pole? School district. I want to learn more about this Black Hole Forge. Like, that's got to be lower, not higher, right? But the Black Hole Forge district is on the top level. Unless that's the Black Hole Forge. Huh, that's always a possibility. Let's see. Now the real question is how to get up there. Because I've tried going through this tower before, but the floors are just broken enough to prevent me from doing that. What is this? Oh. Hello? Hold on, before I touch that, I am going to look around a little bit. Ah, yes. Black Hole Forge controls. Ah, I think I found something I was very much looking for. Yeet. Oh, it's coming up. There was straight up something in there. Oh, man. Alright, I gotta get up there. I need to find some way up there. Come on, you can't just play with me like this game. Alright, so that's the Black Hole Forge. As far as I can tell, the only way up is this tower, but again, I know it's not going to let me go that easily. I'm gonna glance at it again, but I have to wonder. Yeah, because it's still broken up there. So I wonder if when I come back down, I was on the 3rd floor. Yeah, not gonna let me through that easily, so just going to walk back down this way. I was right here, right? Yeah. And then I wonder if these wrap up back around and go through the walls like that. Trees. Hold up. I don't believe I saw all this last time. There's water? Oh. Nice. Alright, let's see what this is. The Ash Twin project requires a powerful, highly advanced warp core. How should we obtain it? Oh, sad. Ship log updated. Yeah, there's nothing branching off of that one. That's kind of eerie. Ah. I see. That thing's open to me whenever I want now. Aha, here's another scroll. That's so weird, actually reading something that doesn't branch off of anything now. Solution 2. Oh, 2. We could craft a new advanced warp core inspired by the vessel's warp core. Spire. Abandoning the vessel's warp core and its casing means losing valuable knowledge. Midas. This is true. However, its knowledge we have little hope of recovering. I think it would be best to relearn. It would be best to relearn, I think. I don't think we've ever encountered Midas, have we? Or Spire. Have we encountered Spire? Idea, we have definitely encountered. This is the safest path for our clan. Avens. Ooh. So, hold up. This is a fight. I'm guessing solution 1 is the sun station. Because Idea was against it, weren't they? I can't remember whether Idea is a boy or a girl. But, anyway, Avens. Is the safest path the best one? Our goal is worth the risk. Cassava. Is it, though? We've tried for so long to find something that I, and others, now believe might be impossible to find. If the search for the eye is a futile one, we should choose the option with the least potential for harm. Pokey. I would very much like to craft such a powerful core. More relevantly, I believe the Black Hole Forge crew and I could recreate the basic design. Oeno. The greatest challenge here, I think, is we don't have the design for such a powerful core, or any of the original crafters of the vessel's core. Clary. No, but Pokey was apprenticed to a Nona, who created the original design, and our Black Hole Forge is adept at crafting simpler cores. Pokey. I believe I can be of use here. The vessel's warp core was created before my time, but Anona explained many of his designs to me. Okay. Ship log updated. That's what I like to see. I like to see the ship log getting updated. Okay, guess I'm going up. I was gonna say, please let there be another scroll in here. Alright, I gotta keep doing this fast. I wasted a whole minute napping. So, let's see. Solution 1, we could retrieve the warp core from the vessel. Ah, solution 1 was not the sun station. Retrieve it instead of rebuild it. Phlox. This would require a return to Dark Bramble. Plume, my father, rest in peace, said many good Nomai perished there. My mentor, Psycat, my mentor, Coleus, and his old mentor once discovered and studied an anglerfish fossil on Ember Twin. Using that knowledge, we could avoid the anglerfish entirely. How so? Hold on. Raimi. I remember that anglerfish fossil. We used to play in Fossilfish Cave when we were children. Let's see. No, you gotta tell me what you learned. Coleus, what Melloray and I learned from that fossil would theoretically help us evade the anglerfish, but our hypothesis was never tested on a live specimen. Okay, so that means I need to go back to that cave and actually get in there and probably learn something. I mean, they did say it would also lead me somewhere else if I put a light in its mouth or something. Anyway, Raimi, the vessel's warp core is broken at best. Recall those present when the vessel crashed said it sustained lethal injury. There is no guaranteed reward for this risk. Connoy, perhaps we should still repair it. My grandmother told me there was little time to assess the nature or extent of the damage. Cassava, even if it no longer functions, the old core could be a valuable blueprint, provided we're able to transport it back here. Huh. I mean, it would. I still need to go visit the vessel. I know it's in Dark Bramble, and I know how to get to it. Maybe I should do that soon. Maybe even this episode. Alright, well, I got my drink. I think it's time to make a power move. Alright, cool. Ooh, what's this? Pokey. I feel strange, trying to recreate Anona's warp core without him. At times, it still feels strange to no longer be his very young apprentice, and for the Black Hole Forge to be in my care and not his. Pokey. Hypothesis. This will always feel strange. Even though my time with him was short, I miss my old mentor deeply. Pokey. I don't have the chance to try... what? Wow. To have the chance to try is thrilling, but I don't want to disappoint everyone. I think I can do this, probably. But what if my excitement has clouded my assessment of my own abilities? Still, all I can give is my best. And as Anona would say, should my best prove insufficient, then we will find another way to achieve what's needed. I have Clary and Root in the Forge, and I have my clan. I am not alone. Was I wrong in volunteering to build it? I was born in this star system, and never saw Anona's warp core with my own 3 eyes. If I only know what he taught me, I only know what he's taught me, what if I've bitten off a larger portion than I can consume? I love the way they change our sayings to be a little more alien. What if I've bit off more than I can chew? Surface integrity 0? What do you mean? It was already through the black hole, wasn't it? Oh no, now it's going through the black hole. Aha! Perfect. Alright. Ooh, what's this for? Beam me up, Scotty? Yep. What? Oh, do I have to... Here, let me put that away. There we go. What was that graphical thing going on? Hey, I'm up. Alright, I don't know how much time I have, so I kind of want to go straight to that black hole forge before I never find my way back here again. Alright, what is... okay, maybe I need to... Bonk. What's going on up here? Hello, is there an exit? Yes. Yes. But also no. What is up here? What is going on? Huh. Quantum Moon, you punk. My ship is 33 kilometers away. Why you gotta show up now, huh? Okay, so hold on. That's good to know. It's really good to know. This structure, right on the North Pole. Got it. So if I come here, and then hop over to this river, I can speed up the process of where I want to be next time. Ah, don't do that. If I just find this hole. Okay. Gotcha. So, where's the black hole forge then? Do I need to, Ow, 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 ow. Ow. Okay, so that'll drop me back down here. The Black Hole Forge is still up there. So that was a cool journey and all, but it's not going to get me up there. I either need to go to the other side, or I just need to find a way up this. I'm gonna go to the other side. Which I think I've been to before, right? Hello? Or maybe I can just... I wonder if I could just jetpack there right now. I mean, no, but... You know, it'd be cool. Where can I go from here? Alright, if I remember, there's gonna be ghost matter in this part of town. In various places. Black Hole Forge District. Okay, it's much more broken here. And I'm intrigued by what might be in the other direction, but also I'm trying to see how close I can get to the Black Hole Forge itself. If I just... Hold on, so the Black Hole Forge is right there-ish. This probably isn't going to get me there, is it? These look like fun chairs. Big sad. No! Not yet! Not yet! Not yet! Be welcomed in this place. This shrine is a space to reflect on what has brought us to the star system, the signal from the eye. No, please, we observed the eye's signal in our travels and followed it here to find its source. What we know is this. The source of the signal, which we have chosen to call the eye of the universe, is older than the universe itself. The rest we have yet to learn. Enter and open your mind to its possibilities. Okay, gotta come back here. Got it. Wow. That was a trip. Alright. Time to look at the ship log. Wow. And if I see that dang quantum moon again... Give me my suit. And then... Oh. It's just more for the hanging city and the vessel and the anglerfish fossil. Okay, I found a switch in the Meltwater district that raises and lowers the Black Hole Forge. The Nomai debated on how to obtain the powerful, highly advanced warp core required for the Ash Twin project. The Nomai traveled to this solar system in pursuit of a signal from something older than the universe itself. They named the source of this signal the Eye of the Universe. Okay. The vessel's warp core broke when the ship crashed in Dark Bramble. Anglerfish fossil. The Nomai learned how to evade anglerfish, theoretically at least, by studying an anglerfish fossil they found on Ember Twin. Nomai children used to play a game in the fossil fish caves. There is a way to enter the fossil fish cave from the Stepping Stone cave. I tried getting there, I just couldn't find it, I guess. The entrance from the Stepping Stone cave is hard to see unless the anglerfish is fed a light first. Oh, I need to go. Okay, I got it. The Black Hole Forge is suspended below the Hanging City. I found a switch in the Meltwater district that raises and lowers the forge. Highest district in the city. A Nomai named Pokey planned to create a new advanced warp core in the Black Hole Forge. The Nomai crafted warp cores at the Black Hole Forge before delivering them to Ash Twin. Sweet. Man, look how much there is to this place that there didn't used to be. And how almost everything's connected now. There's this little separate spot on the interloper currently, but I know it's connected to other stuff considering I've called this shuttle home before to Brittle Hollow. Yeah. So I've read the stuff on that shuttle. Oh, crap. That was probably another thing that, I don't know. Was that a thing I put on camera or not? I forgot. I'm on Timber Hearth. My brain is going everywhere. Alright, first things first. I'm going to fly up, and if I see that dang moon... No, those are the twins. Brittle hollow. Gotcha. Okay, but hear me out. You, punk. Yeah, sure, giant steep. Take me there. I guess. Just don't lose sight of that moon. It doesn't want to let me... Aha! That one. Take me to that one. No, 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 no. Don't you dare go behind. Giants. Flip. Wait, is it still there? It's still there. Oh, you almost got me. You almost got me. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Firing retro rockets, yes. Hey, how's it going, Quantum Moon? Alright. Eat this, punk. Alright, now let's see. Why are you so close to the surface? It's kind of making me uncomfortable. Oh, no, go in, go in. Whoa! Okay, so I've actually got, like... Hey. How's it going there? What is happening? That's not what I meant to do. Okay, what just happened? Why did my ship tilt? Hey, there's the tower again. We are going to land right in front of this. And don't you leave. Okay, I feel like I'm just going to get yeeted by something again, so I want to get into cover as quick as possible. Okay. Okay, yeah, I think this is all still the same. Yep, giant steep. Alright, now then. You have recalled the rule of quantum imaging. Recalled the rule of quantum entanglement. Recalled the rule of the sixth location. Okay, that's all the same. I was wondering if it would tell me that I have recalled the rule of quantum entanglement now. Because I know what it is. I understand it. So, the rule of the sixth location. I think I probably need to understand that before anything else. Ooh. Alright, so everything just disappeared behind me. Oh, I just realized that. I've actually got a full atmosphere here. I don't need those trees. Yep, my ship is not gone. It's just either the tower alone moved and just changed where its entrance was, more or less, but... Okay. So does it only... You're in a different position than you were before, aren't you? This is straight up completely different from the first time I was here. This does not look... Like, that's the South Pole, which is where we're always supposed to be teleported theoretically, but that is not even remotely the same. Yep. Oh wait, I didn't read this last time, so I may as well. Selenum, I am here. After watching it wander the skies for so long, I am about to stand, for the first time, on the Quantum Moon. As expected, my shuttle has landed at this moon's south pole. I will make the remainder of my journey on foot. Selenum, we don't know why the Quantum Moon always welcomes its visitors at the South Pole, just that it is true. As a child, I considered such unknowns sinister. Now, though, I understand they bear no ill will. The universe is, and we are. I am ready. So there's that. No, I don't want to fly this thing. Alright. Well then. Please nobody kill me. Actually, let's head towards the North Pole. What might that bring? Also, does this only... Wait, hold on. I just realized, does the terrain change based on the planet it's on? Ship hull breach detected. That's rude. Like, is it only full of water because it's around Giant Steep right now? That's whack. Okay, so... Hold on. Am I going to die if I fly into this? I mean, it's the same storm from Giant Steep, more or less. So, yeah, it's going to push me back instead of let me through. So how could I get in there? Is there anything else to explore out here? What is that line in the sky? Hello, Nomai shuttle. The real question is, where's my ship? I mean, I could just fly off of here. I mean, look at me. I'm just going. I'm not even holding the thrusters anymore. Well, well, well. Yeah, the whole thing is just... Yeah, can't get any frequencies in here. So maybe this is the same place I was in last time, but it just looked different. Where was the quantum moon the first? It was around Timber Hearth. It was right outside Timber Hearth, I believe. How interesting. So does its terrain just completely change every time? Because the first time I showed up, I was like in a little valley. Also, it just occurred to me, yeah, you are changing positions, and that's a little concerning. Ah. I didn't realize that this actually landed here. I didn't realize that was my probe. So are you going to stay if I just... Looks like it. That's wrong. Why is the Nomai in a different position every time? 50% fuel remaining. Alright, cool. Hey, do you know where my ship is? Alright, screw it. I don't need it. I'm probably going to die now, but, well, that was fun. So, I no longer have a ship. And, yeah. Quantum moon's all the way over there. Who wants to try to land on the sun station? There's Ash Twin. The sun. Anyway. Alright, you know, I'm just going to reset this loop real quick, because my ship is gone. Oh, wait, hold on. I can just die like this. Actually, you know what? While I'm here, let's hop all the way back into atmosphere again. No, let me into the atmosphere. Did I just get launched straight back out by a storm? Oh, no, 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 no. Let me land in the water. Okay. Come on, I need enough fuel to do what I want to do. Which in this case would be... There we go. The construction yard. I need to find that. It keeps saying there's more to explore there. So, I just gotta figure that out. That is not the construction yard. But, actually, wait, yes it is. Yes it is. Let me over. Come on, baby. Let me at it. Let me at it. Stop moving so fast. No. Please. Maybe I can catch it once it gets launched and comes back down. I don't think it spends too much time moving in the air, does it? Come on, baby. You're just getting farther away, but that's okay. Maybe I should just stay underwater and... Hey, jellyfish, how's it going? How do I get down there? Alright, it's about to get launched. I'm actually catching up. Why? Is it just because the storm was in the way? Alright, I am watching the skies now. I can't wait for this thing to freaking land on me. Alright. Come on, baby. Come back down. I believe in you. Just don't come back down on me. There you are. Alright, big kaboom, big splash, yes. No, stop moving so quickly. Why do you do this? Okay, I think this is kind of pointless. Hey, Gabbro, how's it going, my friend? I can't make it to the shipyard, so I guess I'm coming over here. Trees detected, oxygen refilled. Yeah, I get it. We've been through this before. Hey, do you have anything new and fun to say? Also, why is there ghost matter here? I just have to wonder. Hey, Gabbro. Hey, old time buddy. It's a good thing I never get bored of rain, huh? Let's see. I found something. Let's see. Nope. I found nothing. Okay, you're useless. But me, on the other hand, maybe I can... Wait, you left some fuel up here, right? If I remember correctly. If not, then I'm just going to reset the loop right now. But he did. They did. Alright, fuel back to 100%. Let's see if I can wait for the shipyard to come back around. I'm catching up, y'all. I just need to weigh in. Alright, just gotta keep the thrust going, and it won't outpace me. Alright, come on. I should be able to get on the gravity platforms in here, right? Yeah. There we go. Alright, brittle hollow projections. Wait, brittle hollow projection stone. Hold up. What do you mean? Why is there a brittle hollow one on here? Yeah, how about I just walk all the way around real quick? That's trippy. Cool, but trippy. I love it. I love it very much. And that's the... Already holding brittle. Oh, that's nice and spirally. Alright. Cassava. Conway, Daz, and I were lifting orbital probe cannon components into orbit for assembly, and one somehow sank down beneath the current. Daz. Conway, you should have seen it. We thought it was impossible for any cannon components to sink even partially below the current, but ours sank straight to the core. Daz. Cassava convinced me not to try to recreate the phenomenon myself using other cannon parts, but we're very curious to know how it happened. How could something pass through the current? Conway. My gratitude for your interesting question. This is exciting. Spire constructed a model of Giant Steep here at Brittle Hollow's Southern Observatory. Oh my... Oh, I've been working towards that for so long, and I keep getting distracted by the hanging city, and... Oh my goodness. And it reveals how an object might sink below the current. Cassava. Conway, I'm unable to grasp the answer by looking through the projection pool. If I visit the observatory, would you kindly explain? Conway. If you don't mind the trek beneath the surface to the South Pole, I'd be delighted to see you. There are two trailheads, one at Brittle Hollow's gravity cannon and one at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. 14 minutes, 3 seconds go. Okay. Hold on. Why, again, the frame drops randomly? What? Okay. Okay, I see you. Already, are you telling me it has something to do with the storms, and I need to get shoved beneath them? Please don't. Wait, hold on, there's a... Come on, baby. Womp. Get wrecked. I'm here. Yeah, get on my level. I just realized I can't go to Brittle Hollow. I forgot, this is still the loop where I don't have my ship. Oh, good times, everyone. Good times. Alright, well, in that case, I think I'm going to end this loop real quick. So, hey, you know what? I'm going to be right back, hopefully at Brittle Hollow. Oh, wait, I gotta view the ship log first. Ocean current discovery. The Nomai at the Southern Observatory constructed a model of giant steep that revealed how an object might sink below the strong ocean current. There are two paths beneath Brittle Hollow's surface that lead to the observatory. One starts at the gravity cannon, and the other starts at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Alright, how about I just mark one right away? Where are these things? Alright, here we are. And the gravity cannon is right here. So I guess this is my starting point. If I can just hold still. Hey, look, the quantum moon's all the way out there. I could go visit it and see what's up, or I could just make it disappear for the time and not worry about it. Hey, y'all, how's it going? I'm just gonna casually place myself here if you don't mind. Hey, maybe not. Is everything cool? Are we cool? We're cool. Yeah. It's all fine. Really? Can I just leave, please? Alright, cool. Should probably have my flashlight on. Is this... let's see. Which way is the South Pole? It is that way. So I wonder if I keep wandering this way, if it'll take me there. I mean, it does. I was saying it does look to be going that way, but I guess not. It looks more to be going just generally that way. Alright, I should probably find a sign. I know I've seen signs for the Southern Observatory before, and yet I just never... Great. How much... Integrity 71. And despite all the signs I've seen, I've just never been able to follow them, I guess. The crossroads. Yeah, that goes to the crossroads. What does this have to say for itself again? Shuttle is currently on the quantum moon. Wait. Oh. This one goes to the quantum moon. And then the Ember Twin one goes to the interloper. I thought it was the other way around. Oh well. Is this to the observatory? Southern Observatory, south 550 meters. Yes, thank you. Don't mind if I do. I'm going straight there, baby. Because for some reason the thing of greatest interest to me has been getting to the core of Giant Steep. Please don't take me down there. Oh. That's so rude. You can't just freaking drop me like that. What sick freak designed that? So rude. Alright. Time to, you know, make the trek back. Alright. So... why does that look so weird? No, seriously, why does the sun look exceptionally bright? I don't get it. Oh well, I need to find my ship, which is all the way over there. So maybe the gravity cannon wasn't the call. Maybe I need to go to the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. I'm not sure I can get my ship out of there, even if I, try. But I want to get to it anyway for, reasons. I didn't realize there were trees up here, too. Hold up. Have I been in this building before? Yes, I have, haven't I? Brittle hollow projection stone. Wait, is this going to show me the observatory? Yes, it is. No, this is Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Just kidding. How interesting. Wait, so what was that one? Oh, and have I ever been down here? So many things I'm intrigued about. I'm pretty sure I've done this before, but, double checking's always a good thing. And boop. At the Shadow First Pilgrimage, yep. Tower of Quantum Knowledge, opposite side of Brittle Hollow, yep. Alright, so it is on the opposite side, which means I'm going to want to grab my ship. Ooh, I came in a little hot there, but I guess it's fine. Alright, let's see if we can get you out of here, buddy. Great. I need to come in from the other side. Give me fuel. Just making sure I didn't forget about anything in my ship log. Hold on a second. Never mind. Alright, cool. Get me out of here. Like, really out of here. Alright, now then. Time to look over here. Ah, yes, this poor little settlement. I've been there before. Hey, look, it's the Quantum Moon. But I am ignoring it, I guess. Until I can get to the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Yes, here we are. I'm just going to land right up here. Sir. That was very close, and I don't appreciate it. Bonk. Alright. Now then, what am I doing? That's a good question. Womp. Yep, beneath your feet lies a Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Yada yada. Amen. What? Alright, can you give me a straight shot to the observatory, please? Or must this game make everything difficult? Because I get the feeling this game's going to make everything difficult. It's probably not this way. Wait, yes, it is. Southern Observatory versus entrance to the Tower of Quantum Knowledge, which is a lie. Alright, just gonna boink. And then, oh, I was gonna boink again, but it's just down the stairs. Why do I get the feeling this doesn't go straight there? Wait, which one? Which one goes there? It said it was this way. But the observatory isn't. Also, hold on. I'm just gonna. 59%. I didn't know it could be that high. Like, the observatory's over there. Where do you want me to go? Are you just gonna... I'm not going on that one. Are you gonna launch me? Yes, you are. Alright, requires a little bit of manual input there. Good to know, good to know. Observatory is still that way. How? You know what? Forget the whole gravity crystal. I'm gonna... Yeet. That felt sketchy as crap, but I did it. So, get on my level. Oh no. Whatever I'm standing on, please don't break. Why do they have to make this path so complicated and difficult? Unnecessarily perilous. Actually, who knows? There might have been boards here at one time, but, you know, have since fallen away because this planet doesn't want to live anymore. I mean, yeah, there's this platform. Ah, gravity. Cool. Now I can just... Don't. Okay, I guess we're doing it like this. Oh my goodness. You had to do it to me. Okay. Yep, no ghost matter over there. Yeah, I got you. I got it. Womp. I just kind of wanted to do that because I can. Alright. Oh. Surface integrity 100%. Oops. What I meant to do. Oop. Not what I meant to do there either. What I meant to keep doing is that. I'm just going to recall it so I don't have the surface integrity message up all the time. Alright, now, knowing me, I could very well screw this up and just end up sending myself into oblivion after getting this close. I kind of wanted to go to that other little area, but it's right above me. I gotta get there now. Oh, those were gravity crystals. I didn't have to yeet all the way. Oh, things are broken. How sad. But it's still here, and that's all I need. The music immediately kicks in. Alright, come on, baby. Alright, it's open. Oh, I've never found this before. I'm here! I did it! I put the ship down safely! In that the ship went down, and I didn't sustain bodily harm. A few minor repairs, and it's like the ship never even hit those rocks. One of my better attempts. Feldspar would barely have laughed at me, I bet. That's the good news. The bad news, I haven't found a way inside this structure yet. The door is broken, and I know I'm not great at exploring, but I think I would have found a different entrance by now if there were one. Probably. I can't get inside from here, but I know there are paths below the surface. I'm going to head north to the ruins on the equator and to try to find a way down. Alright, so... How did I never find this door the first time I came here? So, Rebek has been here, obviously. Hence the, you know, ship outside somewhere. Ah, yep, this is in fact the construction yard. So give me that. If I put it here, does it show me what it showed me on Giant Steep? Lifting orbital probe components? Yep. Alright, cool. Now then, may I view this model? It's very loud! Conway. Kasava's construction yard has been using the cyclones on Giant Steep to lift orbital probe cannon parts into orbit, but one component was pushed down past the current that usually prevents anything from sinking. Conway. Spire and I are crafting a model to determine why this happened. Spire. An update. It's now clear there are two different types of cyclone. Spire. Most cyclones on Giant Steep rotate clockwise. These are the cyclones Kasava typically uses to send components into orbit. Spire. There also exists a rarer type of cyclone that spins the opposite direction and pushes objects beneath the waters and below the current. Kasava. My gratitude, Spire. Conway is showing me your handiwork, and I'm intrigued by this secondary type of cyclone. But was it really necessary to build a model to tell me that? Spire. The model will be useful as we continue monitoring Giant Steep. Also, I very much wanted to make a model. Yeah. Wow, it really is that simple, huh? Wait, which one spins clockwise? Determine why this happens. 2 different types of cyclones. They rotate clockwise. Counterclockwise is the one I'm looking for then, which is this one. That's really good to know. I can't believe it's so simple. Unless it's not, which I wouldn't be surprised by. Look at this place. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Oh, I heard the hint of the banjo in the music. That was cool. What is this? What did I just do? Oh, hey. Those are the twins. Can I bring up the whole solar system? No? Can it only be one at a time? Hello? Womp. The small splash sound. Alright, come back up. And now it's Timber Hearth. Alright, you know what? Before I get too distracted, there's 2 of these I need to read. Conway. What have we learned thus far in our search for the eye of the universe? Mallow. Based on our knowledge of the quantum moon, we believe the eye is in orbit around this star's sun. I can read. We believe the eye is in orbit around this star system's sun. This would mean the eye is located within a finite, albeit enormous, range. Huh? The eye is in orbit around the star system's sun. The eye is located within a finite range. Plume. Those of us on the vessel originally followed the eye's signal to this star system, but we were unable to warp to the eye itself. Privet. The locator we built on the Addle Rock and the new, more sensitive locator we built here were both unable to detect any trace of the eye's signal. Hypothesis. The eye has stopped emitting its signal. Oh. Cassava. Suppose the eye doesn't wish to be found. Plume. Cassava, how can you suggest that? The eye's signal called out to summon us to this star system. Cassava. Yeah, I'm aware. I grew up hearing the eye's story, yet we're no closer to finding it than you were when you first arrived here. Oh. The eye. The mystery of the eye grows deeper. How interesting. Right above the storms again. Conway. How should our methods change as we continue our search for the eye of the universe? Mallow. We know what the eye looks like thanks to the quantum moon. Oh, really? So what if we try to find the eye visually instead? Let's send out a probe. Evans. We'd need to build a probe launching mechanism to cover those long distances quickly. A cannon in orbit around a celestial body would circumvent the need to escape the gravity's pull. Cassava. Giant Steep would be a good choice. It's the furthest from the sun, so... It's furthest from the sun? What about Dark Bramble? Huh. So it would provide the best angles for launch, and it's moonless except when the quantum moon is visiting. Evans. Yes, let's build the cannon in orbit around Giant Steep. Privet. As we couldn't find the eye's signal using 2 different devices built for this exact purpose, we should discontinue this search method. Yeah. Anyway, so what was... Send out a probe, yeah. Cassava. Mallow's idea is clever, but we have no idea where the eye is in relation to here. The probability of launching a probe in the correct direction would be absurdly small. Conway. I believe I have a solution for that problem. Have you spoken with Raimi and Pi about the technology they're developing? You know, okay, so real quick thought. I don't know if this was... At this point, I don't remember what was in the episode I lost and what is actually going up, but I just had the thought while I was reading that. They were talking about the eye so much, and then I started thinking about how the Nomai have 3 eyes, and then that reminded me of the way that, you know, the masks attached to the statues all have 3 eyes. And then it got me thinking. Whenever I look at the projection stones of... There it is. That's a wide orbit. Whenever I look at the projection stones of the Ash Twin project, I look at it, and there's 3 masks glowing. One for me, one for Gabbro. Who's the third? What is this one? Is this supposed to be the eye? Yep. Error. Unable to determine orbit. No signal matching any known criteria for the eye of the universe. I see. So there was things for me to read this whole time. My ship is quite far away. Or no. No, guess not. Oh, I really want to go to Giant Steep now. This episode's probably going to be long, but that's okay. For the wait, it's worth it. And for the fact that, if I'm being honest, there's probably not much coming out after this in the same week. So, yeah. That's why I didn't find this entrance before. Ship hull breach detected. Yeah, no kidding. It's getting pummeled out in the vacuum of space. Alright. One more trip. I'm gonna end the loop, and I'll see you again on Giant Steep. Except I won't see you again on Giant Steep because I forget to view the ship log. Tornado simulation. Okay, it's just these 2. Southern Observatory. The new, more sensitive locator the Nomai built in this observatory was unable to detect any traces of the eye's signal. Based on their knowledge of the quantum moon, the Nomai believed the eye was in a distant orbit around the sun. The Nomai decided to stop searching for the eye signal and instead look for it visually by sending out a deep space probe. There were concerns that the probability of launching the probe in the correct direction would be absurdly small. True. Most cyclones on Giant Steep rotate clockwise. These are the cyclones the Nomais use to send components into orbit. There also exists a rarer type of cyclone that spins the opposite direction and pushes objects beneath the waters and below the current. Well, time to find those ones. Alright, to the surface we go. Come on, buddy. Now, shall we evaluate how everything is spinning? Clockwise, 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 clockwise. You. Hey, how about we just have a good time, friend? No? Hey, let me through the current. Push me through the current, dang it. You're rotating counterclockwise. What, you don't want to push me down? Am I too big for you to push me down? Is that what it's about? Am I too fat? Oh, hey, there we go. Hello there. Alright, I'm not sure I want to touch that because electricity. But also I am below the current. This is interesting. Feldspar mentioned that they didn't get shocked. I don't want to float too far up because I feel like the current will yoink me straight back out. Hey, jellyfish. So what's the approach here? Do I just say screw it and go straight in? Jellyfish seems to be having a good time. Do I just send it? I've gotten this close. Hold up. Let me look at this jellyfish. Yep, this jellyfish is also being electric. Okay, so... Here, how about I... Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, I have learned something valuable in that I can get beneath the current like this. So... Hold on. If I launch a probe at you... Yeah, it's still going to get shocked into oblivion. Unless, what if I just don't touch the long dangly bits on the outside? I don't see any electricity anywhere else. How much space do you have underneath you? The electricity does in fact just arc between these tentacles. Oh boy. I'm going to do something probably very dumb. Alright. Come on, buddy. Get down here. I want you to descend beneath the core. Are you gonna kill me? Nope. Oh my goodness. Hello. Hey, how's it going, buddy? How's it going there, friend? Am I a genius? Is this going to work? My heart is like pumping right now. I'm like so excited for this. Come on. How close are we? How close? Oh, baby. Am I safe? Am I safe? Am I through? Am I dying? No. Am I safe to exit yet? Oh, I hear the electricity getting farther away. Ship log updated. Oh my gosh. Hey everyone, guess where I am? What the heck? Wow. One of Feldspar's more dramatic stunts. I can understand why. Well, hello, probe tracking component, I believe. That's what this is called, right? This like feels surreal all of a sudden. Oh my gosh. I'm honestly like having a little hard time breathing just because I'm so proud of myself for that. What? Oh my goodness. I probably should have expected that, right? There we go. Alright, cool, cool. Let's see what happens if I and put you into here. There's the probe cannon. Gonna pop up. Alright, well I know how to do this now, and it's hype. Okay. Receiving data from probe 9,318,096. Visualizing current trajectory of probe. No. Just going that way. Got it. Alright, so what if I move you over here? Maybe I should watch it this time. Before I wasn't really looking at it, I was just looking at that, waiting for it to pop up. Fumes, what is... Hey. Chill. You good, mate? Now it's going straight to... Oh, the eye. Retrieving previous launch data from Ash Twin. Total number of probes launched, 9,318,096. Deep space anomaly matching all known criteria for the Eye of the Universe. Found by probe 9,318,054. Huh. Ship log updated. But, hold up. The probe cannon can only fire once, right? How are there 9 million of them? Unless this one just happened to fire the 9, whatever it was. Retrieving stored coordinates from Ash Twin. Displaying coordinates for the Eye of the Universe. Huh. It's as simple as that, is it? Oh. Hey. Can we not do that? Those are the coordinates to the Eye of the Universe. Really? Stop. Alright, well, let's get this from all angles, so when I eventually do Echoes of the Eye, I can, learn from this moment. How interesting. Alright. Hype. Hype train. Whoa. What is this? Ash Twin Projection Stone. See, this is what I mean. 1 mask, 2 mask, 3 masks. Me and Gabbro. Who is this? At least that's, my interpretation. I assume it's me and Gabbro. Launch module projection stone. I don't think I'm gonna learn anything new from this, am I? No, I've been here. It was cool and all. But you good? You good, mate? Hey, you. Alright, anyway. Is there anything from either view that I don't know yet? Probe tracking module. Yep. First to know. Yeah, fret not. Hello? Sir? I didn't tell you to do anything. You good? Why did it do the thing it did? An Ash Twin Projection Stone, you're not going to tell me anything new either? Alright, exciting news. The Ash Twin project is almost prepared to receive the probe data from the orbital probe cannon. Have I read this before? I don't think I've read this. Yarrow, Raimi is adding some finishing touches here, but she'll be finished soon. Are you and the orbital probe cannon well? Privet, we are. The statue here in the probe tracking module is ready to record each launch's flight trajectory and will automatically transmit all relevant data to you. Privet, on the other appendage, I'm now worried about the cannon's structural integrity and its crew's moral integrity. Oh, maybe I have read this before. That sounds vaguely familiar. Privet, once the probe determines the location of the Eye of the Universe, I'll send an alert directly to you and Raimi. No, I had not read that before. Otherwise, the ship log would not have updated. Oh, I've got a lot of things to read. Oh, no, just kidding. Can I just go out now? Is there anything else in the core for me? Thank you. Man, this feels whack. Knowing that I'm actually here. Oh, jellyfish. For real though, is there any other reason to be down here? Nice solid stone. I am walking despite not having gravity. Alright, I don't know if I have any other reason to be here. Well, This is cool and all. But yeah, I think it seems like that'll about do it then. Oh man, I feel so good about getting down here. This is everything I wanted. I did not think it was going to be happening this episode. Well, you know, I don't feel like waiting for a jellyfish to get back up, so I'll just end it here. Unless, hold on, what is this about? Do you have anything to hide? Do ya, punk? It does not look like it does. Alright, in that case, as I was saying, thank you everybody for watching, and yeah, I'm glad I got a lot done in this episode to make up for what I lost. But, like bacon, stay crispy, my friends. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.